you're getting better all the time, and turning all against one is an art that's hard to teach. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting herd, and as you step back in the line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, fucker, dance, man, he never ran.
What is up, Black and Blacker Nation? I'm back. We're back. I'm happy to finally post a video again. It actually has not been that long, but you know, I didn't post one for the championship game. I'm actually kind of disappointed. It didn't go the way I wanted. But I'm back, and here's our Senior Bowl video. I don't know why I'm clapping. That's ghetto. But I'm back, and here's our Senior Bowl video. What basically I'm going to do in this Senior Bowl video is, I'm not that high-tech, you know, to put slides in yet, or to put in slides and pictures of them, and like in-depth analysis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over each position group: QB, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, defensive backs, and point out two players that I really like. I'm going to say I like these players, and it's something I want to see. All right, there's something I need to see out them, or something I'd like to point out to you guys. Sorry, I was just moving my laundry basket. But so it might not always be like, oh, I think these guys are going to be a slam dunk prospect, but it's like, this guy's really solid, underrated. I want to see how he does versus blah, blah, blah. They just weighed in, so I have all their official Senior Bowl heights, weights, and some of them I point out arm length, which is a key stat in some, for some people. I'm just going to hop right in it. Earlier, somebody made a comment in one of my other videos about stumbling something. Honestly, it's because I have so many different thoughts coming on, and I just don't know where to go with what I'm saying. If I was in a more professional atmosphere, I would not be stumbling and saying and everything. I just wanted to point that out. I thank you for pointing out that I was saying but it's more just because I'm just doing a video. This will be one of my longer videos because I've already gone 2 minutes and I still haven't made a dent in the prospects. So I have them written down just so I can give myself notes. Alright, so my first quarterback that I like and I think you should watch out for at the Senior Bowl is Kirk Cousins. He comes in at 6'2", 2'0". I think that's a 4. 209. Kirk Cousins is my third rated QB, behind obviously Luck and Robert Griffin. I really like Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins could be a second round pick. He's a leader. He's a baller. He's a shot caller. No, but I think he has all the intangibles. Has a good arm. He holds himself well, and that's something I look for in a quarterback. I think Kirk Cousins is a guy you need to watch out for. My second quarterback is Kellen Moore out of Boise State. Comes in at 5'11", 191. There's your issue. He's 5'11". Not very successful quarterbacks come out there, but he's one of the most prolific QBs to ever play the game. The most prolific. Wow, just thought about that. The most prolific quarterback to ever play college football. That alone should puts him on my watch list. I want to see how he does facing the more elite competition. You know, playing at Boise State, he didn't always face the best teams as a whole. He might have faced a few star players here and there, but here he's going to face a team full of starting players. I want to see how he holds a huddle, how he throws. I want to see if he can see over the line. Kellen Moore is going to be very interesting to me. Running backs. My first running back is Terrence Ganaway. He comes in at 5 foot from Baylor. He comes in at 5'11", 241. He's a potential fullback, but then he could be a running back. I don't know. He's an enigma to me. He came up big in the bowl game versus Washington with an 85-yard touchdown run. I saw him outrun safeties, and I'm thinking, this guy's 241 pounds. How is he this fast? How does he have this much speed? He's a player I want to see. Another underrated player I really like is Doug Martin. He comes in of Boise State. He comes in at 5'9", 219. He's short, he's stocky, but he has balance and vision. I was watching some tape on him. You guys, all my draft nicks know what tape is. You know, the YouTube videos where they splice them together and show every play. And I was really impressed by just his vision to the sides. Not the best straight line speed, but enough to get the job done. Could easily be a rotational running back. Doug Martin's one I really should pay attention to. At wide receivers, Jeff Fuller. He comes in at 6'4", 217. Bam, red zone threat right there. But the thing is, he's kind of a third round pick at the moment. maybe even fourth. He had a subpar, senior year. He had a subpar senior year, so he kind of fell off the radar. This is his chance to make it big back again against other corners in this game. He needs to prove himself back. He should be a third round pick. I would take him in the third round. Jeff Fuller is an interesting prospect. Another interesting prospect is one I can admit, knew nothing about before I watched the Penn State bowl game. I was watching the Penn State bowl game, and I was looking at Devin Still, watching Case Keenum, seeing like what there was there, and there was a receiver named Patrick Edwards who was destroying Penn State secondary. Oh, amazing speed. He's from Houston, just so you guys don't think it's Penn State. He's from Houston, plays from Houston. He comes in at 5'8", 168, so he's really, really small. But that speed is amazing. He could easily be a slot receiver. He definitely has room to bulk up to 180. That bowl game put him on the map. It put him in. So it's a player I need to watch out for more. So Patrick Edwards. All right, tight ends. Bradline Smelly. Wow. Brad Smelly. He's a very good inline ball blocker, decent receiver. I want to see more stuff out of him receiving wise, but blocking wise he's fine. Plays at Alabama, so you know he's stronger. And he has the Alabama pedigree, which any player, even offensively, you have to take a look at them with the Alabama pedigree. My other tight end is Ladarius Green, athletic freak. He's 6'5", 237. He played at a smaller school. Holy crap, the school is totally eluding me. I want to say it's Louisiana Lafayette. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, the Raging Cajuns. He played, look up his catch in the bowl game. He's very athletic. At 6'5", 237, he's athletic freak. He could run a 4.55, would be my projection. I want to see him against elite competition, against the better competition that he's faced at Louisiana Lafayette. All right, now moving to offensive line, which, if you guys know, isn't my specialty, but I'm decent enough with it. Now I'm about to butcher his name. Kalichi Osemele from Iowa State. He comes in at 6'5", 333. Now, and he has, I think it was 33-inch arms. Wow, sorry. He plays guard and tackle. Basically, what I want to see from him is, where does he dominate more? Can he dominate on the left side, which I'm not sure about him being a left tackle, but can he play right tackle? Where will he? How does he handle being a guard? I feel like this Senior Bowl for him is more finding out where he's going to play in the NFL and what's going to help him the most. Offensive lineman who I think needs to prove something is Mike Brewster. He came into the season as the top-rated center, has fallen off. Peter Kahns has gone ahead of him. He's kind of a third-round pick right now. I think Mike Brewster is a guy we need to watch out for, see if he can improve his stock or just fall flat on his face. I'm honestly kind of expecting him to fall flat on his face and fall some more. However, who knows what happens. All right, at defensive line, we have Melvin Ingram, a guy who I was so high on earlier in the season, just watching him play. He knows how to make plays. He was a playmaker. Listen to his measurables. For a 4'3" defensive end, or even for a 3'4" outside linebacker, he comes in at 6'1", 276 with 30-inch arms. The 6'1" and 30-inch arms really, really bothers me. I was expecting Ingram to be at least 6'3". 30-inch arms are really small. He looks really. It's more compact now. The more I look at him, it's going to be interesting to see him. I feel like he should be able to do well. I think he'll show it well on Pro or Senior Bowl, and he should. I don't know the word for it. He'll perform adequately enough, but it's these measurables that throw me off. The 30-inch arms are huge because as a defensive end, especially in the 4'3", 30-inch arms, you're not going to be able to get off a block from an NFL tackle with 30-inch arms. I'm pretty sure I have longer arms than 30 inches. I mean, it'll be interesting to see Ingram. Another defensive end I have is Quentin Coples. He comes in at 6'5", 281 with 33-inch arms. I was high on him in the beginning of the year, just from, I hadn't really done independent research on him, just from around what people were saying and what I saw. I watched tape on him, and he fell in my book, but I knew he'd still be a high pick because of the name, because of his potential. He's not an elite pass rusher, but his just potential as an overall defensive end was there. Him coming in at 6'5", 281, 33-inch arms, that could rise him. He's already a top 15 pick. This could put him a lock for the top 10, barring, horrible 40 time in the combine and all that, or something else coming up. All right, this is a 10-minute long video, so I'm almost done though. At linebackers, we have Sean Spence, who comes in at 5'11", 228 pounds from the U. He would be higher if he was 3 inches taller. He might be the best backer in this class. Right now, you're going to look at him as a will. I want to see how he fights off blocks. I know he has speed. I know he can cover. I just want to see how he can do against the run, being blocked by bigger linemen. I wish I could actually watch the practices, but I don't have NFL Network anymore because I'm in college. Other linebacker is another Florida linebacker, Nigel Bradham from Florida State. He comes at 6'1", 237. He's another guy I feel could play Will. He could play Mike. He's an instinctive thumper. Hold, there's something in my hair. I have to get rid of this. I'm really unprofessional, I know, guys. He's a bit of a thumper. He has an attitude about him. I like Bradham. I want to see what he does, honestly. I feel like he could be a second-round draft pick. He'll probably be a third. But, I mean, you perform well in the Senior Bowl, and he could definitely be a riser. And then my two cornerbacks are two very underrated, solid cornerbacks. Donnie Fletcher from Boston College and Daquan Menzie from University of Alabama. Fletcher comes in at 6', 201. Menzie at 5'10", 195. They are both solid tacklers. Fletcher isn't the best man-to-man coverage corner. Menzie's a whole lot better than Fletcher man-to-man. I still feel like both of these guys could be solid late third-round picks and do a lot of damage or to be a very solid corner for a team. I personally would love the Eagles to draft Daquan Menzie in the third round. That's really. I'm gonna finish with that. I have a 12-minute long video. I'm getting closer to breaking the YouTube rules. Oh yeah, I'm really getting close. So that's what I have for you for the Senior Bowl. Honestly, this is kind of my area of I know what I'm talking about. Fantasy football is you make your educated guesses. Here, I know what I'm talking about for the most part, except with line. I mean, line's kind of, like you can evaluate game when you have played the game. Granted, I only played in high school, but I still am a pretty darn good student of the game. Those are all my Senior Bowl players to watch. And that's the end of this video. Thank you guys.
You're getting better all the time, and turning all against one is an art that's hard to teach. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting hurt, and as you step back in the line, a mob jumps to